Hello, my name is Cholakova and I work for the Geography of Tourism department at the Sofia University, St. Clement Ohrid.
Hello, I'm Dogramadjieva. We work together with Sia at the same department.
Last December, we published our study in the Journal of the Bulgarian Geographical Society.
Our paper is titled Online Survey of Visitation and Tourist Behavior in a Protected Territory. Our case study is the circular Furdini Lakes in Rila National Park, Bulgaria. This is an interesting case to study because the lakes are located between two overpopulated tourist zones in the park. They are also not far from the capital city of Sofia, but have remained isolated and rarely visited because they are not easily accessible. Long hiking is required in order to get there. Therefore, the number of visitors is quite limited so far. On the other hand, due to their utmost natural beauty, the lakes are getting more and more popular on social media, and we expected that this growing popularity might create a boost in visitation. So we decided to check if we were right or wrong in this anticipation. The rationale of our study is rooted in the well-known fact that data regarding visitation and tourist behavior in protected areas is critical for their planning and management. In Bulgaria, however, such data is scarce and inconsistent, if not completely missing. Adequate visitor monitoring is difficult to organize, especially when it comes to remote mountain areas. So new sources of information and less resource-intensive study methods are much needed. And here comes social media that can be very helpful in providing necessary information. The aim of our study was, in the context of social media, to identify the overall recognition of Furdini Lakes, then to what extent the area is effectively visited, as well as the profile of visitors and their behavior. So we prepared an online questionnaire that contained 37 questions divided in 3 sections. In fact, the scope of the survey was wider than the scope of this paper. Here we concentrate just on the information obtained from sections 2 and 3. In section 2, we had questions regarding directly the case study area, so these questions had to be answered only by those who had visited the lakes. In question 3, we had socio-demographic questions. We managed to reach 229 valid respondents in total. However, the number of those who had visited the lakes was only 80, so our analysis in this paper is based on a smaller sample size. We performed descriptive and bivariate data analysis. We found associations between variables and tested their statistical significance. In the paper, you will find both significant and insignificant results discussed.
Using the online questionnaire, we tried to find out different aspects of the tourism behavior at the region of the Urdini Lakes. We asked our respondents how many times they have been to the Urdini Lakes and when was the first time they have been there. We have also asked them where did they sleep, if at all, during this trek, and what type of accommodation they used. It was also very interesting to reveal the patterns of seasonal visitation to the lakes. Our results demonstrated that in the case of a small isolated mountain area, the methodology that we have used allows for quick and cheap information which reveals current trends in tourism behavior in the studied area. We found lower social media influence on visitation than we originally anticipated. The reasons for this probably are difficult access and the long walking that is required. So, unlike other very popular areas in the national park close by, the region of the lakes is currently not threatened by increased visitation. Also, we find it difficult to use the information we received from the questionnaire in terms of the most popular routes and tracks tourists would use in the area of the lakes. The limitations of our survey are related to the usage of an online survey, which brings its own problems like the non-probability sample and, in our case, the very low number of participants who have actually visited the region of the lakes. Another problem that we have encountered is the difficulty transcribing the results from the survey in order to understand the actual routes and paths the tourists have visited. On the other hand, Big data extracted from social media can provide a much more precise information, but it will lack the demographic, social and psychological aspects of tourism behavior. Therefore, in future, similar research should utilize online surveys, but combined with big data and visual methods.
Well, that is our study in brief. Thanks for watching.
If you want to read the article, then you can follow the link in the video description.